If you want to actually get in shape this summer, I'm just going to be straight with you. You're most likely going to fail. That's because over 90% of people that try and get in shape for summer fail, but it doesn't have to be like this. In this video, I'm going to show you the full blueprint that I use myself to get in shape for summer so that you can use it too and you can feel confident on the beach this summer. But before I show you how, I need you to understand why 90% of people fail. Every year, millions of people say this year, this summer, I'll be in shape. But then they wait. They don't start in April, they don't even start in May, and then before they know it, it's halfway through June and they still look the same. So what do they then do? They panic, they crash diet, they cut their calories in half, they try and go to the gym every single day, and within a week they're burnt out before they've even lost 1 pound of fat. So if you actually want to look good and feel good this summer, you need to start now. You have a window, but it's quickly closing. So let's get into how you're actually going to do it. Off the bat, I'm going to assume it's somewhere between 60 and 90 days before summer when you're watching this. Firstly, I want you to set a realistic fat loss goal, somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds, depending on where you're at. So for example, if you're 200 pounds, a realistic goal could be 185 pounds. By the way, if you're sat there right now 50 pounds overweight, you are not going to get in shape in the next 60 days. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work like that. Pick a goal that's actually possible for you to achieve before the summer. That way you're actually going to stick to it. Okay, so now that you have your goal, let's reverse engineer it so you know what calorie deficit you need to be in. Let's say your goal is to lose 15 pounds of fat in the next 70 days. Here's how you're going to work it out. 1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. So if you want to lose 15 pounds of fat, you times 15 by 3,500, which is, for your maths geniuses out there, 52,500 calories. You're then going to take that number and divide it by 70 days, which equals 750. So you're going to eat in a 750 calorie daily deficit to achieve your fat loss goal within the time frame. From there, you need to work out your maintenance calories. In this example, let's say it's 2,600 calories. So you'll then minus 750 calories off of that, which equals 1,850 calories. That's your number, stick to it and track it properly. Now that you have that number, let's talk about what you're going to eat. You're going to follow an 80-20 diet focusing on high protein. By 80-20, I mean 80% whole foods like chicken, beef, fish, eggs, and vegetables. Essentially single ingredient natural foods. And then 20% pretty much whatever you like as long as it fits within your daily calorie target. And when I say high protein, I mean 1 gram of protein per pound of your desired body weight. So using the same example again, if your goal is 185 pounds, then you're going to eat 185 grams of protein per day. By doing this, you're minimizing the risk of muscle loss whilst you're in a deficit, and that way you're not going to look skinny fat on the beach this summer. Protein also has the added benefit of keeping you fuller for longer, so you're way less likely to binge eat. Some examples of some high protein meals you could eat are low-fat yogurt and whey protein powder mixed together, chicken, vegetables, and low-fat cheese wraps, and then low-fat mince with rice and vegetables. When it comes to structuring your meals, just keep thinking with a high protein forward approach. That way you're going to feel fuller for longer, you're way less likely to lose muscle mass, but just make sure you are tracking. That is the most important aspect of dieting when you're trying to lose body fat. By this point, you know what you're eating and how much of it, so it's time to structure your training and your movement. You need to weight train 3 to 4 times a week. This is essential if you want to only lose fat and not muscle mass. You have to do this alongside your high protein diet, or you're going to start dropping muscle, and that is not what you want. Ideally, you're going to be hitting each major muscle group with 12 to 16 sets per week. If you want to train for 3 days a week, I recommend a push-pull leg split. If you rather do 4, then I recommend upper, lower, upper, lower. If you have no idea how to structure your training, I've put a program down below that I use myself that you can get for free, link in the description. And train with intention. Don't worry about throwing up ridiculous weights that you cannot control. That is how you're going to get injured and make no progress whatsoever. Focus on form and progressive overload only. By progressive overload, I mean increasing the load that you're putting on your muscles each week and each workout by adding reps up to a maximum of 12 or by adding weight. So for example, let's say you did 10 kg bicep curls this week for 9 reps, next week you're going to do it for 10. This isn't always possible when you're in a calorie deficit though, so at the very minimum, try and at least stay on the same load that you're doing. Unless your form is suffering, then drop the weight. To complement your weight training, you're going to be doing 2 types of cardio. Firstly, and most importantly, 10,000 steps per day. A lot of people roll their eyes whenever they hear 10k steps. They're like, what is the point of that? It's just walking. But depending on your size and the pace you walk at, you're burning anywhere from 300 to 500 calories per day by doing this. Walking is the part of fat loss that most people will neglect, and believe me, it is make or break for your fat loss. You're also going to pick a form of cardio that is intense and you enjoy, and you're going to do this once per week. Some options you have are boxing, running, rowing, or you could do the sport that I love, which is Muay Thai. The best way for me to describe it, if you don't know what it is kickboxing with elbows. Intense forms of cardio like that can burn anywhere from 400 to 700 calories per hour. So when you add that on top of the daily steps you're doing, it becomes a fat burning superpower. Next is the part that no one talks about, sleep. You have to be getting an absolute minimum of 7 hours a day, but try and get 8. And that's for a few very important reasons. Firstly, when you're sleep deprived, your hunger hormone ghrelin goes up, and the hormone that keeps you full, leptin, goes down, which is going to make you feel hungry all day, which is a disaster because it's going to make you binge eat. Not only that, but this also causes cortisol to go up, which is your stress hormone. And what does that do? It causes your body to store more of your body fat around your belly. So poor sleep isn't just making you tired, it's making you fatter. The absolute most important thing if you want to be in shape this summer is showing up consistently. It doesn't matter if you show up for 5 days of the week perfectly and then do nothing for 2 days. You will not see the results you want to see. You do not have to be perfect, but you have to be consistent. So sleep well, eat on your plan, train properly, and get your movement in, and I promise you, you will see the results that you want. So if you stick to your plan, what will the results actually look like? The first 30 days is where it all begins. You're going to be adjusting to all of the changes you're making, from walking daily to going to the gym and eating in a calorie deficit. The scale might not drop as fast as you want it to, but just stick it out. If you do everything right, you will lose between 4 and 8 pounds of body fat, depending on the deficit that you chose. In the first month though, the most important thing is locking in your new habits and making them automatic. Day 60 to 90 is where you'll start seeing real results and all of your hard work will have paid off. You will have lost anywhere between 10 and 20 pounds of body fat, your face will look leaner, your body will look better, your clothes will fit looser, and people are going to start to notice. Not only will you look better, but you'll feel more happy and confident than you ever have before. And the best part, you didn't starve yourself, you didn't go to extremes, you just stuck to the basics consistently for 60 to 90 days, and now you can enjoy yourself on the beach. Look, don't wait until it's too late again. Don't be the 90% of people that wait too long, and when summer comes around, they don't want to take their shirt off, they feel unconfident, and they feel insecure. Make the changes now. You can change, but you need to start now. I promise you, if you start in the next 60 to 90 days, you're going to be in the best shape you ever have, feel more confident you ever had, and have the best summer of your life. If you want some guidance on this journey, you can apply for my 60-day summer shred challenge below, where you will get personalized one-on-one guidance from me, and I will make sure you get in the best shape of your life for this summer. Other than that, if this video helped, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.